Reuters.
It's hard to believe that this is in the middle of a city. These fields are part of the Talangai Green Zone, 5 kilometers of farmland right in the middle of Brazzaville, capital of the Republic of Congo. Across the city, 700 small-scale farmers rent allotments in these green zones, where they cultivate food to feed their families and to sell at market. Etienne Bamiakina is 50 years old and rents an allotment in Talangai. Today he's got his nephew along with him to help plant the new seedlings. With only primary education, Etienne struggled to get a good job and took the allotment because he was unemployed.
For unemployed people like me, the future is here. There's no work in the city, so we do our best to get by working here.
Selling his vegetables gives him an income of around $130 a month, about twice the average income in Congo. Stephanie Mayembe is a regular customer. She's a vegetable vendor who buys around $5 to $6 worth of vegetables a day. She'll then resell them at around 3 times that price, which makes her around $250 a month. But the small businesses here are under threat. New homes and building sites are springing up in the green zone. The allotments are being sold by the original landowners to developers, and people like Etienne could lose the land they're farming on.
We are all going to die of hunger with our children. You know, when you're sick and you go to hospital, they tell you to eat vegetables. Vegetables are very important to our health.
It's going to be difficult to find something else to live off and to feed my children. That's why we're fighting to save this green zone.
Brazzaville's allotments were originally bought by the country's first president to provide fresh vegetables to city dwellers and an income to small farmers. But the original landowners were paid a pittance and in recent years demanded proper compensation. A government promise to pay them a combined $3.5 million still hasn't materialized, so they've started selling the land. We weren't able to get a comment from either the landowners or the government, but one of the buyers agreed to meet us at her new house. Emily Cecile built on allotment land 7 months ago and now plants vegetables in her front yard, part of which will be sold to add to the family income. She feels that it's too late now to move homeowners like her.
The government has no other option. The only other solution would be to move the farmers and put them somewhere else, because there are people who live here now. If the government would tell us to move because they want to build factories or something like that, then they would have to compensate us, because life is difficult in Congo. If they don't, then we won't move and will continue to come here and farm on our own plots.
Not far from Emily's new house, the allotment farmers get together for lunch at the open-air canteen. Everyone's worried about losing their farmland, and it's the dominant topic of conversation.
D'après la réaction à l'autorité, que comme si mon conzi, papa dit que c'est un gesso, c'est signé que d'accord. C'est le but que oh ma beleza ko to banda côté. Oh ba belé ba pesi ba jardinier ba sala. Ba lia depuis 64.
Mais tapé tape sur makambo, mais c'est un gesso mo batal makambo ne zolidana.
Unlike Emily, the farmers don't live in the green zone. Etienne's house is in one of the city's working-class neighbourhoods. The first thing he does when he gets home every day is pray, now more than ever.
We are not calm. It's messing us up. These people who are taking over the allotments, we are very confused and we are not at peace.
One of Etienne's 2 sons puts the beans that didn't sell today into bundles to sell at the local market tomorrow. There too, people are worried. The Congolese Republic imports 80% of the food consumed by its people at an ever-increasing cost. There are no state-owned farms, and it's up to the small-scale farmers to provide fresh vegetables to markets like this one.
The government needs to recognize this problem. If they carry on taking that land, then getting vegetables will be difficult.
They must leave those farms. Without them, we'll have no means to survive.
The government has decreed that the allotments must be kept as farmland. Joseph Mutanda heads the cooperative of small farmers and also runs Congo's food security program. He says that now that the government has ruled in favour of the farmers, they need to implement that decision.
We ask the government to keep a close eye on the situation so that the farmers can work in peace, especially since food security has been made a priority here. You can't have food security if you don't secure the land where it is grown.
Emily wants food security as much as everyone else, but the land that she lives on now is what gives her that food security, and she's not prepared to give it up. Income in Congo is among the lowest in the world, and people here need both somewhere to live and something to eat. The government will have to act fast to ensure that people here don't end up going hungry as food all over the world gets more and more expensive.